Cushions here. Welcome to the third part of my Beneath the Surface Crochet Along project, and we're going to be making this popcorny square today, but the popcorns aren't made in the way that you're used to. I make them in my lazy way, so it's quite fun, but and quite easy too. So let's get started. You're going to start with a magic circle or chain 4 slip stitched into a loop, if that's how you prefer to begin. Remember, if you do use a magic circle, remember to weave in your end really well. Alright, so the first round starts with chain 3 starting chain, or you can do a false stitch instead of the starting chain, as I like to do. I have a YouTube video showing that, and the magic circle you can look up later. And the first round is just double crochets US terms, treble crochets UK terms. So we're going to do 15 of those, so we'll have 16 stitches in total. So I will do that all the way around and show you how to finish this off. You'll note that every pattern in this crochet along starts with the same first round, so easy peasy. Anyway, I'll do 16 and I'll show you how to finish off this round. Okay, 16 stitches are done, so now I just need to pull tight my magic circle, getting all twisted up. There we go. And we're going to join with a slip stitch either to the top of your third chain of your starting chain or to your false stitch if you did one like me. All right, now we're going to get on to a round of this first round of popcorns, but we're not actually making the popcorns this round. We're just going to make the stitches that make up the popcorn. So first we start off with chain 3 starting chain or a false stitch. Then we're going to chain 1 and do 5 double crochets US, treble crochets UK in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, and in the next stitch just do 1 stitch. Chain 1, 5 stitches in the next. So we're going to alternate between 5 stitches and 1 stitch, and there's always 1 chain in between. And it's going to be really wavy and wonky this round, but don't worry about it. The next round will be magic, as you will soon see. Okay, so I will continue all the way around and then I will show you what happens next. Okay, I've just finished my last 5 stitches in one. I just need to chain 1 and join with a slip stitch to my first stitch. And there you go. Crazy wobbly, but here's where the magic happens in round 3. So this round is made up completely of single crochets US or double crochets UK. So the first one is in the same stitch we joined with a slip stitch. Do 1 there. Then we'll do 1 in the 1 chain space, and this is where it gets magic. The next stitch you're doing is like that. And look at that, we've got a popcorn. So 1 in the 1 chain space, 1 in the next stitch, 1 in the 1 chain space, and then we're going to gather these stitches together by poking our hook in this 1 chain space outside the other side and doing a stitch. 1 in the 1 chain space, 1 in the stitch, 1 in the 1 chain space, and then gather together. You can see that it's magically making popcorns. So I'll do that all the way around and show you what happens next. Okay, see, magic. I've just gathered my last popcorn, so now I need to do a stitch in this 1 chain space and then join with a slip stitch to our first stitch. Ta-da! I love that. Okay, next round is a nice easy one, just double crochets US terms, treble crochets UK terms. Start with chain 3 starting chain or a false stitch. Then we're going to do a stitch in the next stitch, then 2 in the next stitch, which is the stitch that gathered the popcorns. Then we're going to do a stitch in the next 3 stitches, so between the popcorns. 1, 2, 3, and 2 in the next. So you're always doing 2 in the stitch that go to the popcorns with 3 in between those double stitches. Easy. I'll do that around and show you what's next. Okay, I've been around, I've done my last 2 in the stitch that's in the popcorn. I just need to do 1 stitch in this last stitch here that's left over, and then join with a slip stitch to our first stitch. Done. So we should have 40 stitches at the end of that round. All right, next round we're going to set up for our next round of popcorn. So it's going to be lots and lots of stitches, but easy done. So chain 3 starting chain or a false stitch, chain 1, 5 double crochets US, treble crochets US, treble crochet UK in the next stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 1 stitch in the next stitch. So same as what we did before, we're just going to be doing that little repeat 20 times this time instead of 8. So I will do that all the way around and show you the crazy wobbliness, and then we'll make magic again in the next round. So there you go. I'll see you soon. Alright, I've done my last lot of 5 stitches and chain 1. So I just need to join with a slip stitch to my first stitch. And there we go. Crazy wobbly again, but you know that magic will happen with the next round. We're doing exactly the same as what we did before. Single crochets, US terms, double crochets, UK terms. First one in the same stitch as our slip stitch. 1 in the 1 chain space. 1 in the 2 1 chain spaces either side. 1 in the 1 chain space. Oops. 1 in the next stitch. In the 1 chain space. Then we gather. And do that all the way around, and we will be set to go on the next part. All right, I'll do that and show you what's next. All right, see, magic, hooray! I've just done my last gathering stitch, so now I just need to do 1 in the 1 chain space and join with a slip stitch to the first one. You should have 80 stitches, and now we're going to square off. So if you don't have 80 stitches, it's not going to work. All right. So we're going to do the corners, have these popcorn, so we're going to do them the lazy way again. So we start off with chain 3 starting chain or a false stitch, and then 4 more stitches in the same stitch as our slip stitch. Double crochets US, treble crochets UK. 1, oh dear, oh dear. 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 stitches in total in that first stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 5 stitches in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. We're going to do a double crochet US, treble crochet UK in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a half double crochet or a half US and half treble crochet UK in the next 3 stitches. And then a single crochet US, double crochet UK in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a half double US, half treble UK in the next 3. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, then a double US, treble UK in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, last one should be in the gathering stitch of a popcorn, chain 1, 5 stitches in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 5 stitches in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 5 stitches in the next stitch. So 3 lots of chain 1, 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5. Oh, crikey. 5, chain 1, and then we do our side again. So your corners are going to be crazy, but you know that next round we're going to fix that up. So I'll do that all the way around and show you what happens next. Alright, I've done my last stitches on the side, chain 1. I just need to do 5 more stitches in this last stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1 and join with a slip stitch to the top of your third chain or your false stitch if that's what you did, which is being difficult for me. There we go. Okay, so that is around 7 done. So now we are going to make our popcorny things. So we're going to start by gathering this middle one. So we put our hook in this, go backwards a little bit, that one chain space to the right, and out the other side, and do our gathering single crochet US, double crochet UK. Then we'll do 1 in the one chain space, and then we're gathering the next lot of 5 stitches together, and we'll do 1 in the one chain space, and then in the next 17 stitches, and then we gather all the ones. So we're gathering 3 popcorns in each corner and just a stitch in every stitch around. So I will do that all the way around and show you what happens next. Sorry, I should show you what happens in the corner. So I've done my stitches in the 17 stitches along the side. So now I do 1 in the one chain space, gather the next 5 stitches together, 1 in the one chain space between, gather the next 5 stitches together, 1 in the one chain space between, gather the next 5 stitches together, 1 in the one chain space, then a stitch in the next 17. So you can see we've got our popcorns on the corner. Now I'll do it all the way around and show you what's next. Okay, I've done all my stitches all the way around. I just need to do 1 in this one chain space, gather my last 5 stitches together, do another stitch in the one chain space and join with a slip stitch to that first stitch. Done. So that's round 8 done. So now I need to do round 9, a second last round. So chain 3 starting chain or a false large stitch. We're going to do a triple US or a double treble UK in the same stitch as our slip stitch. We're going to do a half triple or half double treble in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, then we're going to do a treble in the next 19, double US, treble UK. I will do 19 and then I'll come back and show you the corner. Okay, a 19th stitch should be in the last stitch, well, the stitch before the first gather popcorn. So in the next 2 stitches we do a half triple US, half double treble UK. 1, 2. Now the next stitch should be the one that gathers the middle popcorn, and we're going to do 3 triples US or 3 double trebles UK. 1, oops, 2, 3, and then we do our half stitches again to our side. So I'll do all that around and show you what's next. Okay, I've done all of my stitches, just need to join with a slip stitch, and it is time to do the last round, which is all single crochets US, double crochets UK. So 1 in the same stitch as our slip stitch, then 1 in each stitch along the side, so there should be 25 of those. So I will do 25 and then show you the corner. Alright, so 25 stitches should take you to the first stitch of the 3 in 1, and the middle one is where we do our corner. 1 stitch, chain 2, 1 stitch, and then continue on all the way around. I will do that and show you what's next. Alright, I've done my last stitch of the side. I just need to do a stitch in the same place as our first one. So in here, chain 2, join with a slip stitch to our first stitch, and that is that. Oops, done. So there you go, again, a little bit wonky, quite a bit wonky actually, but the surface crochet will sort that out. So weave in your ends before you do surface crochet. If you're wondering on the different size, this is 10 ply yarn, this is 8 ply yarn, so yeah, that's just that difference there. So check out the surface crochet video on how to do that, and I will see you soon with the large square that makes up that goes towards the beneath the surface cal. Check out spincushions.com for the pattern and all sorts of other fun things. I'll see you later. Bye.